welcome to a new edition of GourmetExpress.tv. Today I want to cook for you oxtail. Oxtail in the RÖMERTOPF. RÖMERTOPF is like an old cooking pot. In Germany they actually used that quite often, so like in the 70s, 80s. The meat actually get really tender in that one. It is really an investment to actually buy one of these ones, but it's really worth it. There are several things what you have to look after, because I actually think not even in the instructions at all really in detail. Because there is no glaze on, the tone actually soaks up all liquid. So before you actually cook with the RÖMERTOPF, you have to soak it in water for at least 15 minutes. I always give it an hour, so that the whole pot is soaked with water. When you clean it afterwards, never ever take any chemicals or sunlight liquid and so on, because all the sunlight liquid or the chemicals actually go into the pot and you have that in the next meal. So that is the golden rule from the RÖMERPOT. Another thing on that is, this pot can't stand to actually have huge difference in the temperature. So never ever take hot stuff into a cold pot, or cold stuff. Don't put it when you take it out of the oven on a cold surface. Put it on like a wooden board or cork or whatever, plastic board, then it's fine. But when you have like granite or so, and it's very cold and you need a long time to actually heat it up, when you put the pot on, because the temperature difference is there, the pot cracks and you can throw it away. That is actually all. You have hardly any loss of liquid in that pot, because when you soak it, it's wet, and you don't need to worry that it burns or it dried out and so on. So you cover it and you put it into the cold oven, not in the hot oven. Don't preheat the oven, and slowly, when you switch the oven on, the RÖMERPOT, including all the meats and so on, they actually get the temperature, so that is the best way. You also can leave it in an hour, 2 hours longer than the normal cooking time. So the oxtail we leave in for around about 3.5 hours. The RÖMERPOT keeps it even moist, like when you make it for 4 or 4.5 hours, absolutely no problem. Don't look into the RÖMERPOT, because when you lift it up, all the humidity what is in the pot actually goes out, and that you don't want. So you want to keep all the moisture in. So that is a RÖMERPOT. We start with the oxtail. I have here around about 1.5 kilogram oxtail. I always like to put some bones in, what I take afterwards out, only to get a little bit more flavor out. Root vegetables, we have carrots, leeks, celery. Also the stoke on the very bottom, I leave it in one piece, so I can take it out easily, but it's lots of flavor in it. I like to take these pickle onions, the small ones, like 10. One garlic, only half it. Then 2 bay leaves, a little bit of 15, 20 peppercorns, and 4 or 5 cloves. That's it. Then you need some parsley, vinegar. I have here a wine vinegar with tarragon, and red wine. You need around about 250-300 mils. Don't take like a dodgy, the cheapest wine what you actually can get. Take a wine what you also would drink. So the quality of the ingredients actually decide, is your meal tasty or not. Because when you take like a funny vinegar in a 2.5 liter bottle for, I don't know, $2, that can't work. So we start with the oxtail. Only put the oxtail, what is already washed, into the bowl. Then the spices, like we said, the bay leaf, the cloves and the peppercorns, only on top. We need roughly 4 tablespoons of vinegar. 1, 2, 3, 4, roughly. Then take the wine. I think that is roughly 250 mils. This one. Then the garlic, only chuck that in like that, plus the onions, and mix that all together. So that is done. Cover it and leave it in the fridge for around about 24 hours to marinate. So the vinegar and the red wine also tenderize the meat and gives a lot of flavor into the meat. And after 24 hours, we carry on.